Yeah, then some interesting news was apparently there's Khamzat Chimaev and Kamaru Usman in the works for Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, that's really exciting.
Yeah.
That's going to be a cool fight.
Yeah.
Who do you have for winning? Or how do you think it's going to play out?
Dude, okay, so if you'd asked me about Usman before the Leon Edwards losses, and it's not because he now has 2 losses, but it's just because 2 losses back to back just does something to you. I don't know. And I mean, his knee issues as well. But if you'd asked me before the losses to Edwards, let's say he beat Edwards and he was still on that run and you put Khamzat against him,
Yeah.
I'd say fairly easily he beats Khamzat.
Yeah.
Only because Khamzat came up against one top competitor, Gilbert Burns, still won like comfortably, but had his moments where it was a bit hairy and scary.
Yeah.
And no disrespect to Gilbert Burns, but not the same level as Usman. Now, though, after the losses, I don't know. I mean, what shape Usman's in, but I still think Usman should have enough to get it done.
Yeah, I do agree. I do agree with that. With Burns as well, I think that was probably the best Burns that we saw.
Mm.
And when Burns went up and fought Kamaru, that was I don't think that was super competitive. In terms of Kamaru was very convincing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, interesting. I have Kamaru for that as well.
Look, I mean, if it's at welterweight, for sure, it has to be. If it's at middleweight, I think it favors Khamzat.
Could it be at middleweight?
I mean, if you look at Khamzat, there was talk of him fighting in middleweight in any event, whether it was Costa, whether it was Dricus. It's similar to Pereira's situation where I think it's so tough. When he fought Holland, Khamzat did. Apparently, he couldn't cut any more.
Yeah.
I know he said that it was doctors told him like, well, that just confirms it really.
Yeah,
he was trying to make some excuse of like, he was told he wasn't allowed to, but that's for your health, dude.
Yeah.
So, and he came 7.5, 8.5 pounds over. So I think, and Usman as well now, the thing is, at 170, the only way he fights for a title again is maybe against Colby, but then what, do you have a 4th fight with Colby? I don't think so. Plus, he's also talking about Dricus, the whole just because you moved to another country, that whole thing. So
that would actually, I'd like to see that fight. That would be a very interesting matchup. Who'd you have for that?
Dricus all day, bro.
Yeah,
all day. He's too big. He's too strong.
Yeah.
I think he KOs him if he doesn't just take him down and ground and pound. And you?
Same. I think. Especially like after the 2 losses, if it were to happen today, absolutely. If Kamaru got more confidence, it would be tougher, but I still have Dricus.
Yeah. I mean, again, Kamaru Usman, amazing fighter. Like, I've no disrespect at all, but I think Dricus would have probably beaten him even if he was at his peak. Yeah, I think so. It's just a different. You saw it with Israel Adesanya and Jan Blachowicz. Where there's just a size gap, and when they're both skillful, size makes a difference. And strength, especially if you've got rely heavily on your clinching and your wrestling. He maybe could outstrike Dricus a little bit. I don't know. Maybe you'd have to see different styles.
Yeah.
But I think Dricus would get it done. But who do you have for Usman and Khamzat?
Oh no, Usman.
In Abu Dhabi, eh?
In Abu Dhabi,
yeah.
I have Usman. Khamzat, I mean, if it's at welterweight, that's if it's at middleweight, that's still Usman, yeah. But that being said, then Khamzat does have the size advantage. I think, yeah. Oh, that's actually a tough one. I'm gonna say Usman still.
Usman
by decision.
Yeah, I think decision. You're right. Grinds him out for. I don't know if it's going to be 5 rounds or 3 rounds or what it's going to be, but either way, I think he's.
Yeah.
Similar to how he ground a win out against Covington in their 2nd fight.
The one where he broke his jaw.
Yeah. Was that the 2nd or the 3rd fight? I keep forgetting.
No, I think there was the 3rd. Sorry, there was the last one.
No, he broke it. Yeah, he broke it in the 2nd. Was it the 2nd or the 1st that he broke it? I think I can't remember. I'm getting so confused if they've had 2 or 3 fights. They've had 3 fights. No, they've had 3. Yeah, I also think decision. Similar to what happened in the 2nd fight between Usman and Colby.
Yeah.
I know I said 3 fights earlier, but always getting so confused with these trilogies and quadrilogies that are coming up. So
understood. Yeah.
So okay, yeah. So I think we're both going Usman for that fight.
Yeah.